And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. I'm your host, Nick Legato. So, we've got almost every dance, except for one that's available now. There's final dance as well. There's two more dances, I think, left. But we've gotten as many as we can get for the moment. So, we're going to get, except for one, there's still one more dance we can pick up, which we will. But we've got to land in the right place here. It should be right here. This is Barren Falls, for those of you who do not remember where we are. However, I land the ship here for a reason. A lot of people land it somewhere else, but I land it here. We're going to jump off the side here. Why not? We can do it. We can jump off a cliff. We can do it. I'm through with life. Yeah, I'm through it. Through with it. So yeah, we're on the Veldt. Yeah, so we're here on the Veldt. Obviously not rage hunting this time, but doing something equally important. Moving. Yes. But you know, and a lot of people say, why waste your time getting this dance? And it's actually one of Mog's... It is one of Mog's best dances, so it is important to kind of get it. It's at least strong offensively. I think is... We'll talk about dances when we get at least all of them here. That way I can discuss them in separate manners. So this is where you get the last available dance in this before a major event that changes everything, where you can get the final dance. And as you can see, we're drowning. But this is where we're going to get the last missing dance is here. Kill. And this should teach the final dance. There it is. That is the last dance available for the moment. So we'll see you in Nakia. Finally got to Nakia here. We're going to take a chocobo from Nakia back to, pretty much back to our airship. And thus is how you get the water rondo. I've been told, and I've never actually tried this, and I have no intent of trying to do it, because I'm happy with the way I can do it now. I've been aware, or been told, that you can also do this on the Leda River, but it's a longer, I think a longer trek overall to do it, and you gotta walk without chocobo help. So that means you have a long way to walk in order to get back. Where is... It's been such a long time since I've done this. I know you can get back to the Barren Falls from somewhere around here. But you get back to your airship. Yeah, it's at the top here. Well, I don't know why I went to the south. I went to the furthest way south. I'm gonna make it harder on myself. We'll go the long way around. I think that was the wrong way. Well, maybe it was the right way and I just wasn't doing it right. Leave it to me to fail in life, you know? Anyway, for the most part... Oh, no, I was going the right way. Anyway... So you take the... I'm going to show you how to get back. So we just kind of wandered back to Nakia. You're going to see the lone house where Sabine was found in his scenario. And you're pretty much going to take this all the way back through Doma, past Doma Castle, past the Imperial Base, past the Phantom Forest. So it's kind of a trek still, but you can do it via chocobo. Which if you went, you know, and did it at Barren... I would assume if you went and did it at, the Leda River, you'd have a further way to travel, and you wouldn't have a chocobo available to you to lighten, in a sense, the load. It should be around here somewhere, but it won't show up on the map. Obviously, when riding a chocobo, better be there. I'll kill somebody. And there she is. There we go. Airship time. But before we go really anywhere, I promised I would. We talk about dances, so let's do that. He has this many dances, except one is missing, obviously. The Wind Song has the ability to do Wind Slash, which is a wind elemental attack, Sunbath, which is healing, Plasma, which is a single target lightning elemental attack, and the Cockatrice, which is obviously a barrier piercing non-elemental attack that causes petrified, but it misses frequently, and from my experience. Rage, a multi-target non-elemental attack, though I used to think it was a wind attack. The Harvester removes Dark, Poison, Petrified, Mute, Seizure, Sleep, Stop, and Slow on all characters, so it's good against enemies that you know can cast Stop on your team, or lots of status effects. You can also use Elf Fire. We know what Elf Fire is, single target fire elemental attack. And Wombat, non-elemental piercing attack, is probably one of the strongest single attacks that he hits with that's non-elemental. But it doesn't hit flying targets from my experiences with it. The Desert Aria, very similar to the Wind Song. Sandstorm, which is multi-target wind elemental. Wind Slash, which is multi-target wind elemental. I never understood why. I don't remember what the differences were. I think one does more damage than the other. There's the Antline, which is a single target attack that sets wound. So, and enemies can't counter wounds, so, not wound, but so it's an instant death attack. Kitty moves and sets haste on all characters. So Desert Aria has some interesting uses, but remember, this is all random, and some things will happen more than others. From experience, you'll notice some things happen more than others. Love Sonata. We learned that in Zozo. Fire Elemental Attack, single target, obviously, is the Elf Fire. It can do Spectre, which sets Confuse on a single target. Snare, which, if you remember, Snare is the ability that instant gives stuff, but again, you have no control over this. Tapir is another one. It's a multi-target spell that removes Dark, Zombie, Poison, and Petrify, Condemned, Mute. I think it removes Berserk. It does remove Muddle, it does remove Seizure, Sleep, Slow, and it does do Stop as well. And it also restores HP and MP back to full health when somebody's asleep. So if you're asleep when you get hit by it, it helps. So Tapir is an interesting one, but don't rely on it for healing unless you're sleeping. Damn phone. Earth Blues. I think there's Landslide, which is a non-elemental barrier piercing attack. It's not Earth-based, keep in mind. Sonic Boom. Single target attack that deals a certain amount of your current HP to damage. It can set Seizure as well. Sunbath, which is the healing again, and Wump, a single target non-elemental piercing attack, and I don't think it hits floating targets as well. Water Rando, which we went through all that trouble for, does El Nino. It's a much stronger version of the water attacks that oh my god, it's stronger than Aqua Rig. Thank you. Plasma, we talked about that, single target electric elemental lightning attack. Spectre, of course, sets attacks and sets Confuse. Wild Bear, multi-target healing attack, and it actually removes all status ailments. And then there's one more. Damn lag, damn it. Cave-In, single target attack that deals about 75% of your current HP or so. Can set Seizure. Snare, obviously Elf Fire. Poison Frog, single target poison elemental attack, and it sets poison. But so I am not a big fan of Dusk Requiem as much as I am a fan of Water Rondo, Wind Song, Desert Aria. You know, all of these have their uses, but it really depends on what you're trying to do. So again, it's all scenario based. So what I'm going to do right now, obviously, because Mog has very little to no magic right now, he's only got the little bits of magic we learned along the way so far. You can see I'm heading to Triangle Island. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to replace one of my characters, probably Locke, since he's got, no, maybe not Locke. No, I don't want to replace anybody really, but I will replace Sabine with Gao here, because I can. And thus we're going to work on getting Mog more focused on supportive magic right now, because Gao really doesn't require much outside that. And obviously it's going to give us time to work on Terra and Locke magically, and Sabine doesn't really need a lot magic-wise, so of course we don't have to really work on him too much as well. So we'll see you when we're done here. Okay, so we've got Mog some magic, which is enough to, you know, I was satisfied. We had to fight 5 to 6 integers, but that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take at all. Okay, so we have to get to the sealed cave. We obviously discussed where it was, so we know it's over here somewhere. Let me show you what I equipped on my party here. Obviously that's not going to be, it's going to be dual Hawkeyes from this point in. Right, and he's got the guy, everybody's wearing Gaia gear. Except, and Terra's the only one without a green beret. Everybody's wearing green berets and Gaia gears. There's a reason for it, and that's why we took the effort to steal them. Relic-wise, the usual for Locke. Earrings and a peace ring, because we don't want her to get confused or muddled or berserked. I gave Sabine the ribbon, which sounds kind of odd, you know, but I guess you could say that thing he's wearing on his ponytail could be a ribbon. But it protects from most status ailments, and that is going to be an issue. And you don't want nothing worse than Sabine using his own blitzes against you. And Hero Ring and Dragon Boots for Mog. Of all the characters you can bring with you, a lot of people debate who should I really take. Yeah, knowing soldiers, that can't be a good thing either way. A lot of people say, well, who should I really take? Edgar is probably not the best choice, or Cyan, just because they cannot use the Gaia gear. But Cyan's Tempest Sword, even if you wanted to take him along with you, because you're a Cyan fag, you're a Cyan fan, not a fag, a fan. If you're a fan of Cyan, the Tempest Swords do almost no good here anyway, so there's no point in dealing with bringing him along, because he can't do anything. Damage-wise, output-wise. I took Mog with me instead of Gout. It's either one or the other. You don't want to have two guys you can't control all the time in your party. You don't want to do that. There's the second Tempest, though, for Cyan, so you can wield dual Tempests, which make him slightly more usable. Here are Ings. Ings, I believe, are actually flying. No, they're not. But they hit us with a spell called Life Shaver, which in many ways can be very, very bad. A good way to get rid of them is to use the Water Rondo or Jump Attack. Works very well. Or a Bolt, because they are undead. Or a Bolt's gonna hurt like a bitch to these guys. Take that! Spectre. Okay. And that's kind of what a dance looks like. That's a fire attack. That may not be good. Oh, actually, caused confused. And my Sabine is not equipped with a Fire Knuckle, heads up. He's actually equipped with... Oh, there is. Okay, I guess they are flying. He's actually equipped with a Kaiser Knuckle, which does less damage than the Fire Knuckle, but most enemies down here are actually weak to Pearl, so... Yeah, gonna stick with what I just told you I was. Oh, Mog learned a new spell. I gave him healing spells and some, I think I gave him Siren too, and he's eventually gonna hit Stray up. And the Carbuncle. Let's put Zone Seek back on so we can finish that off. So we've got two Tempests now, because we stole it from number 128 earlier on in the game, which is good. Very good. The Operites are actually strong against fire, so you don't want to use fire. Yep, there's the problem. Let's see if we can fix that as fast as possible. So obviously we're not going to use Fire Dance, though I guess you... Ouch. But at least it undid him. And as you can see, it will not work on them. Ooh, damn! That's what makes Locke pretty good down here. There's so many flying enemies down here. And if they're not flying enemies, I'm going to use his spare turns to either cast magic spells or fail. To either cast a magic spell or to probably either have him cast a magic spell instead, or, you know, I'll figure it out. And Mog's jump is pretty lethal here too, even though that takes a little bit of time, but when he comes back down from it, he's actually pretty good. Just don't use fire. That's bad too. Take that. So there we go. Let's undo this impism here, which is easy to do because I believe we have somebody who knows imp in the party. Yes. This is why you learn all those spells. You take all the time in the world to learn those spells. I have no problem having Mog being the main outside of battle healer because he's going to be doing dancing and jumping, so he's not going to be spending a lot of time flinging spells left and right. The dagger we picked up earlier too is an exclusive for Locke and Shadow. But as you can see, what we have right now is actually pretty damn good, so we're going to stick with that. So next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. The cave, the sealed cave. We'll see you there.